The exact details of the Ukrainian counteroffensive are a well-guarded secret known only to a select few. However, we traveled to the region of Donbas to show how the Ukrainian armed forces are preparing on a tactical level. They will join the Ukrainian Marines for their combat training, and they have returned from the frontline positions just some weeks ago to train and prepare more for the future assault operations. One of the most important tasks will be to storm thousands of posadkas, which are the tree lines that provide vital cover on the many fields now occupied by the Russian army. The first step to storming such positions is suppressive fire with weapons like tanks, artillery or so-called suicide drones.
The advantages are its mobility, speed and maneuverability. They are able to fly into places that are hard to hit with artillery, for example trenches or dugouts.
Such FPV suicide drones are able to fly with a speed 100 km per hour. Marines target infantry and heavy machinery with these drones, and they prove themselves to be a highly effective weapon in this war.
This exact unit has had a lot of success with these drones destroying enemy infantry, armored personnel carriers and even a tank. FPV stands for first-person view. The pilot of the drone wears goggles to fully immerse in the battlefield. To handle these small but fast drones is extremely difficult. The controls are highly sensitive. To be able to fly them, operators have to constantly maintain their skills.
No question about it. I think I can fly any drone you put in my hands right now.
The next step, under the cover of suppressing fire, is for the assault troops to advance. Here, the key is to move fast, with each soldier responsible for covering a certain sector of fire. Everyone is a part of this mechanism. If one is exposed, all are in danger. That's why the newcomers are being mentored by experienced servicemen. Sharing battle experience is highly important.
New personnel learn something from more experienced ones. We polish what we know how to do. It won't hurt to do some extra shooting practice. Now we will go through the procedure for passing and clearing the trench.
After reaching the posadka, the last but also the hardest step is to clear the trenches dug by the Russian invaders. Trench warfare is hell. Mines, booby traps and lurking Russian soldiers pose a constant threat to anyone passing through the narrow gaps. To survive fighting in the trenches, your every action, reloading, moving, throwing a grenade should be automatic. In this environment, there is no room for mistakes. Here, soldiers of the Bakhmut Territorial Defense Battalion are sharpening their skills. But you can only prepare for real combat to some degree.
When you see injured or dead soldiers, you change. Can you hear the shelling? I changed a lot, both mentally and physically.
Every unit and every soldier has their limits, physical and mental. While some units are on the battlefield, the task of those who aren't is to train and become their best replacement.
There's a war going on, so even when you are resting, you have to train. The time will come when we will drive the enemy out of our land, and then we will rest and sunbathe. But for now, we have to train, train, and train.